Hello everybody, how are you doing? Welcome to the Worldwide Community Talk Show called Let's Talk About It. I'm your host Charay, where we focus on issues affecting our community. We do celebrity interviews, and I would like to welcome our first youngest Let's Talk About It guest, Charay Akin. No,
Thank you.
she is a recording artist currently in Nashville, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so tell us. Who is Katie?
Katie is a girl who just, if I had to be on stage for the rest of my life, I would be okay. I would just be good. I just consider myself as, I really care about my friends. We fight sometimes, but at the end of the day, I really would do anything for them.
Right.
As well as my family. I just love everyone that I've surrounded myself with. And if I didn't love them, then I wouldn't be with them all the time. So
Right.
I'm just really blessed to have all these amazing opportunities to showcase my talents and stuff, and it's just amazing. My
Right.
experiences so far have been good.
Wow, she's such a sweet young lady.
Thank you.
So you're welcome. So take us back to the beginning. When did Katie realize that she wanted to be a performer?
Well, I was about 3 years old, and I started out doing dance. I've been dancing, I'm 12 years old now, and I've been dancing for about 10 years.
Wow.
I know, it's been a long time, and I'm still dancing, so I hope I can keep my skills sharp and keep dancing and stuff. But it started then, my first recital I ever did was, of course, Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend. We had little Tiffany bags and everything. And I just loved the feeling of being on stage, the bright lights, the whole audience, like just looking at you and just watching you do what you do. So I've always liked that part about it. And then I was singing, my family always told me that they could come into my room 2 o'clock in the morning. I'd be singing myself to sleep, and I'd just be humming, making up all these weird songs.
Wow.
But it was just always kind of a natural thing. And then about 2 years ago, I started getting serious about it, and people were like, yeah, I mean, the talent's there, you just have to work and improve it and just make it better. And so I was like, okay, I'll take that challenge. So I've been working really hard to get my music out and just to be the best performer, singer, actress, model, whatever.
Okay, she want to do it all.
Be, yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. Broaden your horizons. So where are you born and raised?
I have always been here in Georgia.
Okay.
Southern is as Southern does, so I've always been in Georgia, and my family is from most of my family lives in Alabama.
Okay.
And so that's mostly on my mom's side. I don't have much family on my dad's side, so we're, Georgia and Alabama is where it's at. So.
Cool. Any siblings?
I have an older brother. He's 16 years old.
Okay.
He is like one of my best friends. I can talk to him about anything.
That's
and
beautiful.
he really trusts me, so like whenever he gets in trouble, he's like, I'm going to tell you this, but don't tell Mom.
Oh.
So we have that relationship. It's really nice. Yeah.
Awesome. It's good when you have that family backing, especially in a world where they can be really cruel.
Yeah,
and,
totally.
and sneaky towards.
Yeah, but he tells me everything.
Right.
Because it's
That's beautiful.
Yeah, it's really good.
So how is the support with your mom and dad?
My mom and dad are so supportive. My mom, she takes me everywhere, from shopping to, performances where I have to go all the way up to New York City, all the way over to LA. I mean, she's just always there. It's like ridiculous.
Right.
It's kind of like she's as much there for me as I'm there for myself. I mean, she's just always there.
Right, supporting you, supporting your dream.
My dad's really supportive too. He works a lot, so he doesn't get to come to every performance, but that's okay.
Right.
But, he's always there. Like, when I have a bad day, he always, agrees. He's like, oh, yeah, totally, they shouldn't have done that. It's like, he's always there to make me smile when I'm having a rough day.
Right. Kudos to that.
Yeah, really.
Because we need that. It's not, we definitely need that
I've been very
emotional
fortunate.
support as much as financial support. So
yes.
you got to be the bird one. You got to make that cheese. Right. So take us to your very first performance. How was that like? And what was your first song that you performed?
Ooh, I did pageants. I was a little pageant girl.
Okay.
So that was probably my first singing performance. I was always in the talent competition, and I was always the winner because no one else would enter. So that was probably my first one. It was the Miss Cobb County pageant. I actually danced that year, did not do too well.
Okay.
But the next year I came back and I did it again. I didn't win, but I definitely wowed the audience.
Right.
I didn't get a standing ovation, but they were all clapping. They were
Right.
so good. And you know, it's hard because they're always like, oh, I'm going to cheer for my daughter and that's it. But
Right.
they were really nice, you know. I was probably maybe 9 years old, and they were very nice to me. So,
right. So you definitely agree that persistence is key.
Oh yes, my first performance was definitely a good one. So.
Wow. So how was it balancing your schoolwork and your singing career?
That is very hard to do. I am, when it comes to studying, I just get lazy, but I know you have to do it.
Right.
So that's one of the really hard parts, is just like studying everything. And I have to tell you, the last weeks of school this year, oh my gosh, I would almost rather have to go through school all over again instead of having to do all that hard stuff the last 2 weeks. There's just project after project, finals, and then tests after the finals. It's like they're called finals for a reason. But it was hard.
Right.
You had to, you know, get science mixed up with social studies, math mixed up with everything else, because it's like, wait, I would like stop in some of my tests, it's like, this is math, why are there letters in the equations? It was just hard, so it's like,
that is funny.
I know, it just was like overwhelming, but you know, I had to power through it.
Right.
And
you're doing it.
I am, and I'm very proud to say that I'm getting homeschooled this year.
Right, your mom was telling me.
I'm really excited. I don't know why, because, you know, I'm not going to be with my friends anymore. It's just going to be really hard to adapt, but I'm just like so excited. I'm just really glad that I'm this excited, because usually
you still get to do your studies, but then you do what you really want to do.
Yeah, and it's way easier. I could wake up at 12 in the afternoon and
start.
Yeah.
My daughter, she's 8 and she's getting homeschooled this year.
She is.
Yes, so she's very excited, and she do not like to get up either.
I don't like to get up.
Who does? I didn't like to get up either when I was young. Wow. Okay. So take us into this. You have how many albums you have?
I have an EP. That is a total of 5 songs. I recorded 2 songs when I first got started. That was last November. Okay. So that was November of 2011. Okay. I was 11 years old. And I was 11. Sorry. Okay. And so that was fun. That was my first 2 songs. I recorded those with an amazing woman. She was so nice. Her name was Jamie O'Neill. Okay. Her and her husband and her father did a lot of the tracking for me, and her band, of course, because, you know, I was just an amateur back then. I had no idea about anything. I was just like,
pro now.
Oh, yeah.
Can't fool her.
But they were just so good to me. They were so nice. Her songwriter was amazing. She came out with really good songs, and I'm so pleased with my first 2 songs. The reaction was just like, you know, I thought everyone was going to be like, oh, this girl is good, but it's something I haven't heard before. But no, the reaction was just amazing.
Yes,
I mean, it wasn't
because I came to one of your performances, and you definitely wowed me. I was like, gotta give him a card.
I think it was the dress I was wearing, you know.
No, it was your voice, and it was your stage performance, and it was like, you was like, I know where I am, and I know what I'm going to be, and it's just here. Yes. You know, and so that, I think it wooed the whole audience, actually.
Honestly, I couldn't see myself doing anything else. I couldn't be a lawyer. I couldn't do any of that like stuff. I have to be up and like moving and doing something constantly. So, you know, being singing, acting, modeling, dancing, it keeps me on my toes. It keeps me sharp. So, that's
cool. So, take us into a couple of your songs.
Well, one of my songs, Who I Am, which was one of my first songs I ever have recorded and written, That's being used for a national bullying campaign.
Okay.
It really sticks out to bullying because, you know, I've been a witness several times, and I have encountered bullying for myself. Like, it was really hard. I moved from a private school. I've been in private school from preschool to 5th grade. Going into middle school, 6th grade, I didn't know anyone, and really no one knew me except for like 3 girls I knew from dance, and I was just like so lost. I was like a little lost puppy. I didn't know, you know, who would treat me right and any of this stuff, and I wouldn't necessarily say that I got caught in like the wrong group, because, you know, not all of them were mean. Bullying, you know, some people are like, oh yeah, just everyone hates me and everything. Not everyone hated me. It wasn't like that. It was just, you know, some people, you have to be careful with strong opinions, because I have a very strong personality. And when you meet up with someone who has a strong personality too, it creates conflict. And that was my problem. People would fight with me, I would fight back, you know. Instinctive.
Can't push me.
But, you know, it would always end up with me getting my feelings hurt. So I was like, oh, this isn't worth it. No, no. And so I had to soften up a little bit, and I still got my feelings hurt. You're going to get your feelings hurt. I mean, that's just how it is. But, it sure made for a really good song, so.
You got to be able to write it down and put it and make a hit. So how did you deal with that?
I talked to people. I talked to my friends, and they're like, oh, they're not worth it, you know. Just stay who you are, and don't let them, you know, don't let them ruffle your feathers. It's like, it's just, you know, about being strong and, you know, really setting your boundaries. And it's like, okay, well, I'm not going to fight with this person. I can either just take it, or I can just say, you know what, just stop. This is unnecessary. It's making me upset. You know, you really don't need to be talking to me this way, and you don't need to be making up rumors. You don't need to be telling my friends things that aren't true about me, because they know me better than you know me. It's like, you just have to, you know, figure out who you are before it gets too far. It gets taken too far. Because, you know, you have to crash and burn before you live and learn. So
And you have a video for that song, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Well, we're gonna take us into a little clip, and you can introduce them to your song.
Okay, so this is one of my first videos, Who I Am, so go check it out.
Katie has come to sing for you today. So come on, let's give her a round of applause.
You whisper and you laugh, yeah, and you talk behind my back every time that I walk by. You're spreading lies about me, telling my own friends to doubt me. I know you love to see me cry. I guess it's just my turn to be the one you wanna burn. Go on and email, post, or text, do your best. I know who I am, and there's no way you can make me feel bad. I'm stronger than that. I've got my dreams and my big heart, and I'll keep reaching for the stars, because I know I can. And someday you'll know who I am. I know girls who you tore down, and I know one even left town, 'cause you made a life a living hell. Don't rip any girl to shreds, even the ones that you call friends. And I'd be crushed if I were someone else. Those nasty looks and names, you think you're winning at this game, but obviously you don't know me. But I know who I am, and there's no way you can make me feel bad. I'm stronger than that. I've got my dreams and my big heart, and I'll keep reaching for the stars, because I know I can. And someday you'll know who I am. Maybe I'm different.
Wow, that was beautiful. I like
Thank
it.
you.
I mean, you are definitely a natural.
Thank you.
You are definitely a natural, and can nobody take that from you.
Thank
and
you.
I want to applaud you for standing up against bullying
Thank you.
because we need it, because our youth are actually killing themselves, committing suicide
Oh, yeah.
because of it, and
I
it really
had-
affects them.
I had a friend on Facebook who was just like posting all this stuff, and I'm like, whoa, where does all this come from? He's like, well, my friend just died from bullying. It's like, oh wow. It's like, that's deep, you know? What would I do if one of my friends died? I'd be like, I wouldn't know how to react to it, you know?
Right.
So I just tried my best. I was like 100 likes for bullying. I think I got like 96 likes.
Right.
So I was like glad, because sometimes you feel like you're the only one who wants to stand up for this stuff, and I know
Right.
that, you know, I'm
Right.
not alone, and that's really like comforting.
Right.
So I'm
right.
just,
And stop putting out stuff on Facebook.
yeah,
You know,
Facebook.
people say words don't hurt, but words do hurt, and some people don't know how to cut it
Deal with
from, you know, something being said to just letting it brush off. Some people actually take that in, and it will affect them and drive them to do all kinds of things. So if you have a problem with somebody, address it with them. And if you feel like you can't talk to them one-on-one because you may spaz out, as they say, get someone, get a parent, get an adult,
A
you know,
teacher.
to try to mediate between, you know, what's going on, why you feel the way you feel. But, you know, we need to stop really this hate crime because it's ridiculous.
I think Facebook is one of the worst mistakes America has made.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, it's for like, oh, here, Grandma, here's a picture of my birthday. I know you weren't able to come and all this stuff, but it just causes so much other stuff that is not needed. I don't think there's enough boundaries on it, because people are too afraid to say it to someone's face, so they type it on the internet.
Right.
Personally, I think it's way easier to talk to
Right.
like someone that you like have a crush on, or
Right.
a friend you haven't talked to in like forever, on
Right.
like messaging them, so it's not face to face, so it doesn't get awkward or
Right.
anything.
I think Facebook
So-
is a good tool. It's just that it's being used in a way that it shouldn't be used.
It's
As with anything else,
Yeah.
you know, things that we eat, or whether we use this to cut our food, it can be taken where someone takes it and, you know, tries to hurt somebody with it. I think that, as you say, the boundaries, they need to have a more tight security with Facebook.
like language.
Right,
Like, they
language,
should,
nudity, and I have
language.
heard that, I'm not sure if it's true or not, but that Facebook was actually putting out some of that stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how true it is, but if it is true, shame. If it's not, you guys please stop, because it's not cute. And we have younger kids on Facebook, which I really don't approve. My 8-year-old will not be on Facebook. Why does she need a Facebook account? I mean, there's some
Yeah.
that children have Facebook accounts, and I
Some
still
people
don't
have
understand why.
some people sign their dogs up for Facebook. I have a friend, and she has her dog up on Facebook. So it's
Well, we're gonna. Oh wow, that's another show. But
yeah.
so take us into another one of your songs or music video. We also gonna talk about, actually, you were featured in a couple of magazines as well.
Yes, I have been. That's
So
so
talk
exciting.
about that.
Well, one of my other songs is almost kind of like bullying. It's been a really tough breakup with a friend. You can listen to it and you're like, oh, she's totally talking about a guy, and I guess she thought she was in love and stuff. No, it was a friend.
Right.
I loved her, like, I loved her as a sister. I loved her more than a sister, you know?
Right.
She just meant so much. She was me, except she was blonde. I mean, like, that's how close we were. When my papa died, she almost cried more than I did. I mean, it was just like, our connection
to hear.
was, yeah, no, it's okay. Our connections were just like, it was almost like creepy how close we could be, you know?
Right.
We loved the same stuff instantly. It wasn't even any thought about it. Hey, do you like that? Oh, yeah, totally. It's like,
And what's the name of that song?
moving on.
Moving On.
It's just really hard, and I'm still not over it.
Right.
You know, she still calls me and she's like, well, why won't you talk to me anymore? You act like we're friends, but, you know, you're still blocking me from everything. It's like, you know, that's my way of dealing with a bad relationship, and I've never had any of this happen to me, so, like, I don't know what to do. And as tough as this sounds, you just have to, no one can do it for you.
Right.
You know, it's just one of those things where no one can help you. You just have to figure it out on your own.
Right.
And that's also been really hard for me, figuring it out on my own, because, you know, I don't know where to go. I don't know if I should try to make another friend, or I don't know if I should be like, so like, okay, yeah, we can save this friendship, it's just unrepairable.
Right, but definitely pray on it.
Yeah.
And you have a music video for that as well?
I don't have a music video
Okay,
for that one.
just okay.
Yes.
Alright, did you send me that as a track? Do you know if
It's on the CD.
it's on the CD? Oh, okay, so okay, cool. Let's talk about this magazine that you were featured in.
Yes, this magazine was over in Europe.
Okay.
It's pretty cool. It's
What was
called
the name?
Flawless.
Okay.
I was the cover on it. They did a little cover story on how I'm the new pop teen sensation in America.
Right.
Mixture between Miley Cyrus and Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
So that was pretty accurate. Miley Cyrus is my role model. So that was really cool to get a cover. That was pretty cool.
Okay, cool.
I've never really been like featured in a magazine. I've been in an ad,
Okay.
but I've never been like a story in a magazine.
Okay.
So to be covered in like my first even like story where they said my name is like Katie Belle Akin, you know, this is her little life in a nutshell.
Right.
So it was like a really big honor, and I was really surprised, but I was just really happy.
Right. Awesome. Give you goosebumps, right? I know that's right, girl. So, okay. Well, let everybody know where they can find you at, where they can follow you, where they can purchase any of your songs.
Okay, well, I have 7 songs out. I have 5 songs on my EP, and those are songs that I have all like written, me and my co-writers. I consider my co-writers as my little grammar people who just go back and make sure everything sounds right and it all rhymes and it has good rhythm. So I hope you all enjoy those. I have a website. I actually have 2, but I would prefer you go to Katie Belle Akin Music. That's www.katieBelleakin music.com. And then you can buy my songs off iTunes. That will be under Katie Belle Akin, not just Katie Akin, because I don't think anything will come up that way. I do have a YouTube account. You can subscribe me on YouTube. You can follow me. I have a personal Facebook, and then I have a music band page on Facebook, both under the same thing. Personal is Katie B. Akin, and then music band is Katie Belle Akin. So I have a Twitter as well. I have just about everything in the book.
Yeah, she's working.
I have just featured in a TV show. My character is myself. I don't think my last name is the same, but my first name's Katie. And it's called Cool Carolina Nights. It's being aired in North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia.
Cool.
I do live in Atlanta, so it's not in Atlanta. I'm sorry.
Right.
But
Right.
I'm really excited about that. It's called Cool Carolina Nights, and my character is just being introduced as the new girl on the block. So it should be, my character should be building up her role in the TV show as the episodes increase.
Right.
So I hope you all check all of that stuff out, and I hope you all enjoy my music. And thank you so much for spending time to interview me.
You're welcome. You're also going to be featured in
Her movie.
My first new movie is This Love. Featured Terry Aubney, Vita Pickett-Neal, and Darren McCrae. They call them Cornbread. That's some of the big heavy hitters. And so I'm really excited about that. And before we close out, what would be your advice to some of the youth of today that's, inspired or want to become an artist? And what was some of the do's and the don'ts?
The do's and the don'ts. Okay, well, even if they're your dearest friends, even if they're your parents, I mean, this will be hard, but if no one thinks that you can do it, I've been through that, not with my parents, but with some of my really good friends,
Right.
Just prove them wrong. You just need to do everything. Post singing on YouTube. I mean, not everyone's going to be Justin Bieber's going to get found on YouTube. I wasn't, so just, get involved, find local places that you can perform. You're not going to get paid at first. It'll take a while till your name gets out there and you're like, oh yeah, I saw that kid on YouTube. Oh yeah, my neighbor showed me this girl.
Right.
So, there's always a market for kids, any age, adults, anything. Just, follow your dreams. And if it's not singing, if it's like you want to be a professional athlete, I mean, no one is allowed to tell you that you can't. I mean, it's not their decision, it's yours.
Right.
So, you know, you want to prove all those people wrong. That was my big push, you know. All these people told me that I wasn't even that good, that I couldn't sing, couldn't hold a note. You know, I just did it for the love of, for me. I didn't do it for anyone else. I did it for me because
Right.
your biggest critic should be yourself. Never compare yourself to other people.
Right.
Be the best you can be. And, you know, I have to work a lot. Don't have very many weekends with my friends. I have to sacrifice that stuff, but that's the decision that I made, okay? So no one's forcing me to do anything. You know, if I said to my mom today, that I don't want to do it anymore, she'd be like, okay, you won't do it anymore. But, you know, there's some sacrifices. It gets hard. Sometimes you think, oh, no one likes me, no one wants to, like, you know, manage me or anything. You just have to keep looking. There's always that one person that's going to be the right person.
Right.
So I've been fortunate to find my manager. He's amazing. I love him so much. I love him like a mixture between a dad, an uncle, a brother, like everything. He's just good. But there's always going to be someone for you, whatever your talent is, you know. You just have to find them. You have to get your name out, you know, start band pages or whatever you want to pursue. Again, YouTube is a very good resource. More subscribers, more Facebook followers, more Facebook likes, more Twitter followers. Everything in the media where you could either have a follower or like a friend or anything, do it. It's just the best thing because, you know, I have like Facebook friends from like Russia. You know, it's just like whatever helps, you know. So just keep doing it. Don't stop just because you think it's getting so hard because, you know, I haven't had that yet where I'm like, oh, this is too hard, I can't do this anymore. I hope I don't have that, but, you know, whenever it gets harder, that just should make you want it that much more. So just, you know what you want and go after it. Right. So that's
straight from the mouth of our youth. We're about to make her a talk show host. We're about to make her a talk show host. And once again, I want to congratulate you on all your accomplishments and to keep pushing, to keep God first. Once again, thanks to Mom.
And God, of course.
Of course, most definitely.
God, whenever you have,
God,
when you think you can't talk to your parents, your friends, your brothers, your sisters, your aunts, your uncles, talk to Him.
Amen. He
answers you. He really does. I've had first-hand experiences. I just get so like stressed where like I'm so upset that I can't even cry. Talk to Him.
Praise Him.
You just like talk to Him, like
Amen. Really. I love that.
He will answer in your dreams.
Like, yes, I've had a couple of recently.
Dreams is where He comes for me.
Right.
And common sense, He gives me common sense. So
right, because some people
that's
like that.
That's always important. Yes.
Really smart, but they just like common sense that He gives us, you know. But once again, thank you, and have a good night, everybody.
Bye. Thank you so much.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Okay.